Hue, 28 Tet at Loi Park in the hotel area. A few tourists freely watch the hustle and bustle. Afternoon at the end of the year, from Phu Xian Bridge. The bridge crosses the Perfume River parallel to Trang Tien Bridge. A white hearse with a northern license plate slowly entered Loi Street. Suddenly from behind a 7-seater car rushed to crash into the hearse. Suddenly the scene became chaotic. Vegas bar at 81 Hue Street. The most vibrant nightlife in Hue City. The night of January 26, 2019, on the 21st day of the Lunar New Year, Thua Thien Hue Province's police department suddenly size of Vegas bar. Now the bar has 262 guests. Most of them are young people. Conducting inspection, the police force discovered exactly 100 people positive for drugs, including 92 guests and 8 employees. At the scene, the police discovered 18 tables with drugs and seized more than 80 total drugs. 7 packages of drugs in the form of hang kai. This is also the place that shocked with the discovery of the largest number of drug users ever. The arrest in the Vegas bar raises a question. Big deal for the police of Thua Thien Hue Province, who supplied drugs for this bar. Thua Thien Hue Province's police leadership asked professional units to answer this question. The 911 TP project was established by Colonel Nguyen Quoc Don, director of the Provincial Police Department, as the head of the department. Directing the investigation process expanded. That same night, we urgently arrested 3 subjects who transported drugs on the road to deliver to other karaoke bar subjects. This group of subjects and the group of objects I caught in the floor are linked together. They all have contacts and share goods when they are scarce so that they can be exchanged and bought and sold for other objects. When prosecuting the case and prosecuted the accused, temporarily detained 6 subjects. We arrested 3 more subjects, making a total of 9 subjects. When the struggle was extended, along with the documents we investigated, it was determined that this was the case. The source of drugs sold at discos and addicts in Thua Thien Hue is mainly transported from other places, and with the documents we have collected, it is confirmed that again that there is a phenomenon and there is a group of subjects that transport drugs from the northern provinces to the central region for consumption. Not only in Hue, but it may be that it distributes in the whole country. Tuning in Quang Nam and going deeper, with the documents we have collected, it is recommended that the board of directors continue to establish a project that is the 911 TP. The northern border province is in progress. Entering the spring, the villages of the Thai people are immersed in a variety of flowers and highland markets. In that scene, no one noticed the conversation between a mysterious woman and a Thai young man. They had talked to each other a few times before, but this time the story turned into a big deal, a shipment that would change the young man's life forever. Hue, Tet is approaching, while people decorate their houses to prepare for spring. The commanding officers, detectives and specialized departments are like burning fire. The question of who supplies drugs to the Vegas bar still remains. Answer has not been found, which means that the drug supply to Hue has not been prevented. At this time, the Criminal Technical Department is actively analyzing the samples collected in Vegas to determine the exact composition of the samples' characteristics. The basis of fighting with the subjects, synthesis of professional measures. Finally a clue was opened. Continued in the process of struggle and verification, discovered a source of drugs from Dien Bien brought to Hue, consumed in the central provinces. Through the investigation and tracing process, a person specializing in trafficking and transporting drugs from Dien Bien to Hue and central provinces was discovered. To consume large quantities of narcotics, the board of directors and the head of the project committee directed the scouts to go to Dien Bien to verify the leaders of the drug trafficking network. This drug dealer, when returning to Dien Bien at this time, the mysterious woman made an extremely attractive request, ordering a large volume of synthetic drugs. Delivery location in Hue Tan, born in 1996 in Thanh Chan Commune, Dien Bien District, Dien Bien Province. This ethnic minority youth is one of the mysterious factors behind the waterfall games. Nightly riots at bars, discos, restaurants, hotels in Hue City. Proven to grasp tricks and behavior and transport methods of this subject, directed scouts to go to Dien Bien to capture the operation, the method of tricks of the gang specializing in drug trafficking. On the 27th day of the Lunar New Year, February 1, 2019, a garage in Dien Bien received a very special request to bring a set of remains to Hue. The person who made the request was none other than Tien. Accompanying him on this special bus was Luong Van Ton, a student who had just graduated. At the end of the high school exam, Thanh was promised by Tien to pay 50 million VND to make the trip. In this case, there are many subjects. Before that, these two subjects had previously discussed and agreed with each other and carried out the transportation of drugs from Dien Bien to Hue. The subjects had a connection with the subjects. Other. 4 p.m. 27 New Year's Day, the funeral hearse smoked with incense and left Dien Bien towards the central region. On the car at this time, there was a driver and an assistant, Thua Thien and Luong Van Ton. The car moved very slowly. Every time it stopped to rest, the people on the car burned incense, gave thanks to the earth god, and spread yellow paper. Silver. The image of the car in the days near Tet made many passers-by feel pity. When the hearse left Dien Bien nearly 1,000 kilometers away at the meeting room of the committee. Case 911 TP, the atmosphere became tense. A series of assumptions made by the head of the Special Steering Committee still had no definite answer. The time to establish the project was too urgent. It was impossible to verify all of them. The information also cannot predict all possible situations. The amount of drugs that are transferred to Vietnam is mainly the area from the Laos border, and the drugs are transferred to the provinces in the region. In the downstream and especially in the central region, in the northern provinces, these drug dealers are the subjects of drug trafficking activities many times, very sophisticated and cunning. In the trick of hiding the criminal activities there, the subject was disguised in the hearse carrying the remains on the road. This is a new trick. When the hearse entered the territory of Quang Tri province bordering with Vietnam. In Thua Thien Hue province, on the road appeared two other cars, one in front, one behind. At this time, the three cars accidentally made the same route, but due to keeping the distance, it was difficult to discover this. At 1350 the hearse crossed Phu Xian Bridge, entered Loi Street and entered the center of Hue City. That time was near, so Tet should be high determination between the board of directors and the special committee is to solve the case soon, but can't wait. The time has come. All professional measures we have thoroughly investigated and determined the methods of operation of this target group. Along with the means and tricks of transporting drugs on the road, a force of ours is in Hue to set traps when the subjects enter. According to our investigation, then we have proposed options to arrest groups of subjects. After controlling the subject, the police force conducted a test of the clay pot, discovered the largest amount of drugs ever, 70 packages in total, 14,000 synthetic drugs. The police arrest of a hearse right in the center of Hue City on the day before Tet caused a great shock. No one understood what was really going on. For you special case, this is a terrible pressure because it is impossible to give an immediate explanation to the public. In addition, another incident arose that caused all the special committees, investigators, and scouts to sweat. The real mastermind still hadn't been caught. At first, I knew Ms. Hai. She introduced me to buy it. Then I called my mother and told her to go there. We transported, put drugs in the small sarcophagus according to the instructions of my sister and Hue. Put drugs in the small sarcophagus, pretended to be transporting ashes. In the case of Hue, the accused Tien admitted his crime and further confessed that he transported drugs from Dien Bien to Hue. There was also the connection of other subjects who were accomplices. During the investigation and verification, the investigating agency determined that those accomplices were Tien's mother. Completely secret, the police reconnaissance team of Thua Thien Hue province had to send scouts to the palace. Bien The scouts almost had to hide, because after the arrest in Hue, the appearance of a group of people with a Hue accent in Dien Bien could make the eyes and ears of the drug ring suspicious, accidentally hit them. The reconnaissance team coordinated with the police of Dien Bien province together with the professional unit of the Ministry of Public Security to approach a house of a Thai woman. Thua Thien was born in 1967, the biological mother of the subject Thuong Van Tien recently arrested in Hue. The most difficult thing is about the subject, in Dien Bien province because the road is also far away. Secondly, the area of Dien Bien province is a mountainous and complex area, because of the border period. Tet, I also hurry up with time, so that I can keep up with the progress, to develop the project, which is the direction of the board of directors of Hue, and the difficulty is about topography and topography. Because this is mainly a mountainous terrain, bordering all provinces that specialize in drug trafficking in large quantities, it is difficult for ethnic people to use their native language and cooperate with police. Dien Bien it is also the power to find this object. M was born in 1967 in Dien Bien province. According to the police of Dien Bien province, this person often supplies drugs to retailers in Dien Bien areas as well as in lowland provinces. Such a trick is only available to specialized forces. About drug prevention can only be discovered to arrest, but most of the subjects are on the 30th day of Tet after having enough bases. The police force arrested Thua Thien and moved to Hue to serve the investigation. On New Year's Eve, at the detention center of Thua Thien Hue province, police welcomed a special guest. With the sharp struggle of detectives, the case became clear. After receiving the order of the mysterious woman, the case became clear. Thuong Van Tien gave Thua Thien 175 million dong to collect goods. Through her relationships, Thua Thien collected all 70 packages corresponding to 14,000 synthetic drug pills to bring to the central region for consumption, causing harm. So the biggest drug case ever in Thua Thien Hue province, and also a drug case with the most sophisticated and monstrous means of transportation. The secrets of the tank were fully exposed in the light also on the morning of the first of the Lunar New Year, in the hustle and bustle of welcoming Xian Sang, who knew the secret joys that were extremely joyful. Hone of the officers and soldiers of the Special Project 911 pp. They contributed a small part in this spring, cut off a poisonous flower branch, returning to a peaceful life in the ancient land.